I gotta stop, but this is the latest episode of the BrosWhoThink Podcast. Shout out to you, the fans out there listening. Shout out to everybody who listens each and every week. Let me drop an air horn for y'all, man. This is episode 195. I am your host, Lyndon Burton, a.k.a. Youngboy D-Wits, a.k.a. the People's Champ, a.k.a. Beard Gang is in the building. I got it right this week. Doom, how you doing? Brooklyn had some family shit. Nigga fell asleep on us again, but babysitting, well, watching his, that's not babysitting, watching his child is definitely tiresome. So me and you rocking late night tonight. We waited till after the fight.
Yeah, man, we go hold it down this week. That was a weird fight too, man.
That was an ass fight, dude. We could call it what it is.
I had high hopes for that. They actually had a good fight on the card too.
Wait, which one was it? Because I heard someone said the fight before Floyd fight was fire.
Yeah, bro. Well, to me, the one before that, because the Badu Jack shit, I expected Badu Jack to win. Like, dude, the dude he was fighting took the fight on like a week notice or some shit, so he wasn't really. And they like some actual fighters. They not like not like
YouTube, the Triller shit. YouTube, like, TikTok shit. Yeah,
actually, I think Badu Jack was on one of the Triller cards too.
He was on the first Jake Paul card.
Yeah,
Jake Paul versus it wasn't the UFC nigga. It was I forgot who he fight the first time. Who did he fight? It was
Nate. Nate Robinson.
Oh yeah, against Nate. Yeah, that's
Put my nigga to bed.
They put Chad Ochocinco down, but nigga saying he could fight.
Yeah, he could fight, bro. He really shocked me. Like, I didn't expect him to win, but the fact that he was like actually boxing.
Twitter was saying he won 3 or 4 rounds.
He did. Nah, he really did.
Okay.
Like, I was looking at like how Logan Paul fight, and he was fighting Floyd, so he didn't really have much boxing technique. It was just like, I'm gonna try to overpower Floyd.
Facts.
But like when I look at Chad Johnson, he was actually boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
he was really doing it.
He was like, it looked like he boxed before. You know what I'm saying? So I respect his shit. If he fight again, I'll watch.
Okay. Chad Johnson really impressed niggas. Okay. But I gotta say this. This is the only thing I come from this. The Pauls are the biggest name in the fight game right now, which is nuts. Is nuts. They got UFC niggas asking how they don't make 20 million. You UFC niggas getting robbed. Dana White is sick every time these Paul niggas fight.
Well, like, I think what it is like, it's not really profitable. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the majority of just like the mainstream fight fan, they looking for some shit to put on at the crib when they got people over. You know what I'm saying? They looking for some shit. Like, they not really hardcore MMA fans. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what a sport of UFC is going. Like, you got to be hardcore in the MMA, in the fighting. But if you just want to see some niggas go at it, which is what most people want to see, you know what I'm saying? The Paul shit is way more entertaining. They actually like building up some suspense and shit behind the fights. Like,
niggas waiting to see him get knocked out. That's the real thing. Like, that's the suspense. People want to see, because like, I expect Tyron Woodley to knock this nigga out on June, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think?
He will.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's not gonna go like Floyd shit.
That's not gonna go like Floyd, and that's definitely not going like Ben Askren. Like, Tyron Woodley is in shape. Tyron Woodley was a striker in the UFC. If Tyron Woodley loses, I'm gonna be thoroughly shocked.
See, the thing is though, I think, because I saw a lot of people on Twitter talking about it after the fight. They were saying how they think there was some kind of like on the side agreement. You know what I mean? Like, where they said publicly, you know, when they tell the public, they were like, knockouts are allowed. It's 8 full 3-minute
They
rounds.
agreed to no knockouts.
I think they agreed between each other, like, yo, we gonna just spar. Like, nobody trying to hurt each other. Like, I think
Floyd retired tonight. He said no more exhibitions, no more boxing. He done. He going out intact.
I think he need to though.
He definitely need to, bro. It's not looking good for him. If Logan Paul lasts the distance, man, you can't knock Logan Paul out, Floyd.
I really do believe Floyd could have knocked him out though. Just
that's what I thought too.
I saw, I think Floyd, like,
I watched
even
that
after the fight, like, he can knock him out, bro.
I thought there was times where Floyd was hitting him in the kidneys. I thought Logan was gonna puke, and then his eyes when he went to that, kept going to that right eye that was all swollen. But I was like, damn, you couldn't cut him, Floyd. Fuck.
Yeah. I think they agreed because I noticed like right when Floyd showed like, yeah, I could really bust this dude ass.
He started grabbing more.
He started like letting them grab him. He just didn't bring the fight to him no more because he had a second. Like I want to say it was like round
after he got tagged,
5 or 6.
It's when Logan tagged him in his jaw and Logan hit him with a combo, which I was shocked by. Like, okay, Logan Paul actually tagged Floyd with 2. Floyd said, "Oh no, fuck this."
Yeah, it was the round where I don't know if you remember, but the round ended with fucking Logan just going off on Floyd. Like just
with the wild
he was
man
blocking
punches.
them all, but he just went wild. Like I'm a try to overpower you, see if I can just out strength you type shit. And it didn't work, but I think he made Floyd mad with that.
He definitely
Floyd was like, all right, now you ain't about to just have a crowd oohing and eyeing. I'm about to.
And then Floyd even grabbed him and put him in like a headlock over the ropes and was like, fuck you. I was like, Floyd.
Yeah, they was really going at it, bro.
I'm sick. Look, I'm a UFC guy. I like to see real niggas fight. That's just me. I'm not trying to see play niggas fight. I'm saying this right now. The last Paul fight I'm watching, unless Jake Paul fight a real nigga, is gonna be Tyron Woodley. Because I truly believe if Tyron Woodley loses, that's gonna be so embarrassing for him. I'm just gonna be honest to him. That's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I just don't see a world where that happen.
I don't either. And
I think the magic that they've been on this little streak of W's.
I think it's coming to an end.
Yeah, with Tyron,
he might get hurt, like really fucking around with Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, I think Logan though, like Logan. I don't know if you seen when after the fight, Jake Paul was saying like, yeah, my brother won. My brother just beat Floyd Mayweather, and everybody was giving him shit. But I think they really did win. You know?
No, they won. They won tonight by not getting knocked out by last, and they won tonight.
Yeah, because it's not even about like who won the fight. Like I think Floyd was just like, this is my last opportunity at like
getting a big bag, payday,
being in front of the crowd again. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really about like.
I'm sure boxing. Floyd wanted to use Jake, but then I'm sure Floyd thought, well, hold up, this nigga can kind of fight. I'm not trying to get tagged, so I'm gonna fight the brother.
Yeah, Logan didn't have no business fighting with him though. I really wish that they would have fought for real. But when you hear exhibition, bro, it's like it's no reason.
No judge, Jesus and Mero on the call. And let me say, I didn't like Jesus and Mero hosting. I'm gonna be honest.
They were horrible.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. We gotta be honest. Not everybody is Snoop Dogg. Their commentary was trash. Jesus tried to throw in his political jokes. Trash. Didn't fly. Didn't rock none of it. And then I hated the white guy to keep him on track because he was trying to relate to him. Didn't work. Yeah. I was just. It was all. It was not Triller.
That's the thing though. If you gotta get, because I know that's what they was doing. They saw Triller and they saw everybody talking about how they love the presentation of Triller. Which I'm gonna just say this, bro. If Triller keep doing what they doing, and then the only competition is Showtime, we might see a little switch, bro.
It's possible,
bro. I'm thinking that this whole little celebrity boxing shit is gonna be bigger than boxing the sport.
Bro, it could be like Celebrity Deathmatch, the MTV show. Like I want niggas with real beef to step in that ring.
Bro, that's what Fade was saying in GM earlier. He was like, it's Celebrity Deathmatch, but in real life. Like it's not a cartoon, like it's really real life. And he was spitting because that's pretty much what it is. And I'm just waiting for like you said, there's gonna be a matchup between two people who got like real life problems with each other. That's gonna happen sooner or later.
And that's what I'm waiting for. That is what I'm waiting for. But kudos to Logan Paul. You definitely got a victory tonight. Kudos to Floyd. You got a bag. You niggas with some clowns. All you niggas who paid for the fights, clowns. Like they had niggas who actually bought that. You lame ass niggas. Should have hit us up for the link. Doom changed my life a year and a half ago, bro. I ain't buy a fight in a year and a half. It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. The links.
Yeah, man.
So you might have to hit refresh like twice, but that's about it.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine $50 for that.
For that?
They had one fight though that was like a legitimate good fight. I wish I could remember the dude's name. I feel stupid. But it was a black dude and like a Mexican dude, Hispanic dude. And they was really like going at it, bro.
The next boxing fight I want to see is King Ryan versus either Javante or fucking one of them other young niggas.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm actually kind of hyped for the Fury fight, but
yeah, I'm
That's why I
kind of
say
hyped.
the celebrity shit is low key better because it's been getting more attention than real boxing.
It
Like I don't
has,
even
and
know who's like I could maybe name 5 or 6 boxers.
same. Wilder, Fury, Joshua, and that's 3 in 1 division. I can give you King Ryan. I can give you Javante Davis, Tank, and then
Yeah.
and I can describe another one to you, and it's embarrassing because this nigga the champion who wore a Joe Burrow jersey after he shocked the nation. But see, don't know the nigga name.
Shit,
No,
yeah, I don't know.
Timofeo Lopez. I think that's his name. So the Timofeo or something.
Yeah, I know who you talking about.
That's the only like 6. I give you 6 to 7 names. That's it. I don't know nobody else.
I think it's way more exciting just for like the general fan.
Public, no, for sure. Mean? Or UFC, like, but like
it's way more exciting. Like, bro, I just seen fucking Austin McBroom got a boxing match.
He is. Wait, let's talk about this because that's gonna be even more of a clown show. This nigga is fighting Bryce from TikTok, but the Louisiana nigga. This is why I want to talk about it. Kale Surridge, you know the nigga who danced in all the Louisiana videos with subtweets showing the white dude who was on LSU campus dancing. Yeah. That nigga boxing in that match. He better not get his ass knocked out and represent Louisiana bad.
That's wild, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's taking over. It's gonna be bigger than.
Dude, you gonna fight somebody? If somebody say, "Yo, I want to fight somebody from the network,"
they gotta give me a minute to train, bro. I ain't gonna embarrass myself, nigga. We could talk. If you still feeling played in 6 months, nigga, we could get in the ring. We could get in the ring. We could do it. But I need some heads up.
I'll hype it up, man.
I'll probably get fucked up right now.
we gonna hype it up. I'm gonna hype it up. Start shit. I'll grab a nigga hat in there. I don't mind doing all that, but like I don't know if I want to fight. Maybe Brooklyn will fight for us.
Yeah, I think B got it. He probably got the best chance out of all of them.
Start challenging other podcasts. That's hilarious. But yeah, that Louisiana nigga, Austin McBroom is definitely fighting. He better not. He might get his ass whooped.
I don't even know who the other dude is. Like, bro, when I'm telling you, like, in
some white dude from
TikTok world, or the YouTuber world, I don't know shit about that.
I only know who he is because I'm on TikTok. Like, that's like I told you off air. TikTok is the only platform that like I don't want to say enjoy because I do enjoy Twitter, but Twitter is half job, half enjoyment. TikTok is not a job. Like, yeah, I post on there and post like anime shit for our anime podcast, but that I don't feel like that's like a job. Like I'm just scrolling and seeing shit that's entertaining. It feels like Vine. It really does.
I like TikTok too because I feel like the playing field is level.
It does feel like that.
You don't have to be somebody with 200K to be
10,000 views. Like, yeah, no, you don't.
It'd be some random motherfucker just blow up.
And it's crazy that the random people from TikTok starting to get movies and shit. Like that girl from Lafayette. Like it's nuts the world we live in right now.
Bro, I'm telling you, I really feel like, especially with how the world moved post-COVID, like I think the traditional 9 to 5 shit is gonna be dead soon, bro.
It's coming. No, it's
like
coming.
Real dead.
It's coming.
Like I think the majority of people gonna have to be into some type of, maybe not directly in the content creation space, but something online.
Oh, I can see them doing online jobs. That's a fact. It's gonna be hard, man. Because what do you tell a 8-year-old kid who sees other 8-year-old, 13-year-olds making millions from doing this? Like, would you do you tell them not to be a YouTuber because you're old and traditional? I would never. I could never do that. I wish I'd have started earlier. I wish I was filming in high school. It would have put us in a better position now. Like, I'm saying,
we really had the craziest opportunity because like niggas don't realize when we was teenage years, high school years, like YouTube was fresh, like new.
Bro, if I recorded all the fights I saw or did like questionnaires, like just going to Bourbon Street asking drunk niggas questions, like just doing shit we did in general, like regular shit, it'd have been different. So like I can't tell a 8-year-old kid not to do it. I tell them like, look, you better do it consistent every day or every week, once a week, and don't expect to make no money. Just do it because you love it. If other than that, like these kids got to do it, man, because like it's possible. Logan Paul shows that. Like if anything, Logan Paul was a dude who was on YouTube doing vlogs, went to Japan, had a big controversy, rebranded himself, and fought the biggest fucking boxer on the planet, who he had no business being in a ring with. If that doesn't show anything is possible through the internet, I don't know what does.
Nah, you for real right, and that's why I say he actually did win. Both of the
it's a win for people like us. It's a huge win. Huge win.
Because you gotta think about it like this, bro. Like maybe a year ago, we was looking at these niggas like, who? They really trying to fight? You know what I'm saying? And now he in the ring with arguably
with
the
Floyd.
best boxer to ever live, bro.
Fucking
you know what
nuts.
I'm saying? Like
fucking nuts.
That's
like,
crazy.
And I know for a fact, like just in traditional workspaces, at least in media in general, niggas are scared. They are scared of the TikTok niggas. They are scared of the YouTube niggas. Because it's like, as a company, how can ESPN say, oh, I'm going to hire the traditional journalist who went to school for 4 years, but there's a guy who has 100,000 followers talking sports. Yeah, it may be a little crude. Yeah, it might not be what we used to, but he brings 100,000. Am I going to take the guy that has 100,000 built-in followers, or am I going to take the guy who went to 4 years of college in hopes that he can become what this guy is through our platform?
And that's the thing. 9 times out of 10, like you watch the fight tonight, 9 times out of 10 is going to be that weird white dude that don't really know how to socially interact.
And we're moving away from that.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a thing of the past.
Like, bro, think about what the conversation would sound like if that was on Triller and Floyd talking to Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like that conversation go way different, but instead you got this clown, which granted he got like a nice ass broadcast voice.
Definitely.
Like 30 years ago, we might be putting him in the legend conversation. Like he got the voice for it, but it just ain't time for that. Like you got to bring something else.
You got to.
And them people ain't got it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And shit, it's the reason why I got my job. Like just 100%. Like things are changing, and you got to congratulate people like the Pauls and whatnot for being people who, as much as we don't like them, they're people who like led to some of this change for people like you and me. So, you know, good for them niggas. Glad they balling. So we talk Floyd, new music, man. I feel so bad for Lil Durk. Lil Durk just dropped a new album, which is great. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But his brother just died, got shot in Chicago. Let's take a little moment of silence, prayers for Lil Durk. Again, rest in peace, Lil Durk's brother. Prayers to him and his family. I feel terrible for him. It sucks that this keeps happening to him, man.
Yeah, man, and it's like a recurring thing too, bro.
Like super often. Recurring, like. Not
and
good.
I mean, I don't really like to talk about it just because it's like it's a different world that they live in and they operate in. But I feel like a lot of this stuff is avoidable, man. But
is it time to say the raps? Time to stop saying "fuck the ops"? I'm gonna shoot you. It might be time.
Yeah, man. I think when you get to a certain point in life, like you got to start realizing that it's like. Nobody give a fuck if you gangsta or not, bro.
Like you just you're saying you're the voice. To me, if you're the voice of that, you should be trying to better that. You should be trying to, because I really fucked with that album that him and Baby did. I thought it had a good message, but if you're not really living that, then like,
yeah, and that's my thing, and it's like we just gotta be more responsible, bro. As a culture, like I'm not saying Durk in particular. I'm just
no, in general, because you could look at the shooting at Prime 112 in Miami. Just niggas outside clowning right now, bro. Yeah, and it's and like I'm gonna be honest, it's black people. Like white people clowning, doing white people shit, but I'm talking about black people. Let's stop shooting each other, man. It's just time.
Yeah, we the only ones that really take it to that level and judge each other if it don't go to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, we
like
definitely judge each other.
Somebody can do you something.
Step on your shoe. That nigga stepped on your shoe.
Yeah, bro. Let a nigga take the high road and niggas is on his ass. Oh, you gonna let that nigga do you like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's only in our culture.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Shit got in.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
No, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad. Having rapper after rapper die, beef after beef. Shit, in New Iberia, there's like a gang shooting every day. Like that shit is it's enough, man. It's enough. It's enough. Yeah. It's like I don't even understand why. We just talked about a whole segment about how you could go make money, how you could go on the internet, make money, change your family's life. You don't have to show guns. Yeah, that might accelerate it. But you don't have to. You could do anything on the internet as long as you find a niche and you can make money for it. There's so much money out there that it's like, why focus on the dumb shit? Granted, that's the long game. Granted, you might not make it as fast. Granted, the street money might come faster. But why not flip that money you made in the streets and try to invest in that? Because all you got to do is do a couple. We talk about the blueprint. I'm not gonna give ours up, but like Facebook ads are a thing. Like there's ways to game the system.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, especially in today, bro, like maybe back in the 90s or something.
Well, you couldn't get it like where black people really didn't have no way out. Like the internet, there's a legit safe way out.
And now I think just in general, not even in the content creation space, but just in general, like if you got anything that need to be
stocks, niggas is bro, you are an example of that. Niggas are eating off the stock market.
That's what I'm saying, man.
All you got to do is go watch some YouTube videos, look at some niggas that really know what they talking about, study. You might make some losses here and there, but if you got the street money, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I had a starting point like that, because I'm saying it's a nigga in the hood right now, bro, rolling around in a Beamer with the rims on it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Selling the packs.
Bro, if you would take that money, like you said, just take a month or so to give yourself time to really learn that. And then you put one of them licks.
Take $200 classes, do some YouTube shit, and read a couple articles and give it a shot.
Yeah, man. It's people winning. And that's not the only way. They got hella shit.
Like eating.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's like, especially in that shit, it's literally just, I hit one lick and now I'm good forever. You know what I mean? Like this shit forever.
All it takes is one shot in anything we fucking do on the internet. All it takes is one time for you to just get the main stage. If you get to the main stage and you got, whether it's you're a designer, whether it's you hitting on the stock market main stage, whether you're a content, whatever it fucking may be, all you got to do is hit one time. Like, think about this. If you're a drug dealer, and we giving out free game right now, because we trying to help people. If you make, let's say, fuck it, you selling ounces, nigga. An ounce, and I know this just because I know this. An ounce is $200. Let's say niggas paying $200. I'm highballing it because I know some niggas that might sell for like 180 something. Let's say you selling ounces, nigga, $200 a lick because you selling it to niggas who don't know what they're doing. Bow. Let's say you sell 5 ounces, nigga, and make $1,000 a month. Why can't you go get and let's say you save your shit, you making more than that. Let's say you getting 5,000 to 10,000 every 5 months. That's lowballing it. That's super lowballing it.
Yeah.
Why not take that money, hire an artist, design some clothes, sell some merch, nigga? You got the money. Like, you don't have to just do stocks. There's multiple ways to do it. Like
unlimited ways. And niggas is in the hood fighting over bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Over dumb shit.
Over whatever little lick to go get a designer belt. You know what I'm saying?
I understand if you selling shit and you in the streets for a little bit, but you got to take that money and do something with it. Like something. Another great idea for a nigga in the hood. You making a lot of money. Every nigga in the streets wants to be a rapper. Go buy one of these, get some foam, put that shit in there, and have a studio in the hood and charge niggas studio time.
I used to do that. I used to do that, bro.
Like I'm just saying, if I had drug dealer revenue, there's ways to make this fucking money out here.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So, our advice column for the week, nigga. So
prayers up to Dirk too, because I do want to make sure that we get that across. Prayers
that's
up
a fact,
to him, man.
That's a fact. But I just felt that conversation was necessary though, because
for sure.
And like you said, that had nothing to do with Dirk. That's just with the situation in Black America right now, at least with young people. Because I can't speak for old niggas, I don't know.
Nah, the young, like the niggas that's coming after us, like, because I'm starting to realize I'm getting to the point where, like, I don't feel old or nothing,
but I
realize that the niggas that's after us is grown now. You know what I mean? Like, remember when we was in high school, the niggas we thought was little niggas, like They grown now.
No, that's
and
a fact.
These niggas is wilding, bro.
That's a fact.
Like, everybody got a gun. Everybody doing some like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some crazy shit.
It's
bro.
terrible out there, man. I stay at my house. I stay at my house for a reason.
Bro, my little partner's 17 in Lafayette, and he go everywhere with a gun. I'm like, nigga, I ain't touch a gun till I was in the military. And I joined at 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had never shot shit before that. And this nigga go with a gun everywhere. He do not leave his house without a gun.
We gotta do better,
bro. That's mind-blowing.
That definitely is. We gotta do better. But back to the music tip. You listen to the did you listen to the Baby and Durk shit?
Yeah, I checked it out.
I thought it was fire. I didn't think it was bad.
I liked it, bro. And I like Durk. Like, but you know, Baby do his thing.
Yeah, he did.
It's another level.
Best young rapper out right now. It's Lil Baby. Yeah, easy.
It's another level.
But I think Durk put himself, second, third, fourth, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Durk is respectable. Like, when Durk drop, niggas is listening.
That's a fact.
And it's hard to say that in this time when it's like a million different artists dropping every day. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you make it to the point where you one of them artists where when you drop, everybody checking for you, like, you can log on Twitter.
That's a big thing.
Everybody talking about the new project you dropped. That's like an accomplishment.
That's a big thing.
That's why I got respect for Durk, for sure.
And I could even say I listened. I checked out this album more for Durk than Baby. I'm gonna be honest. Like, and I fuck with Lil Baby, but like, I checked this album out mainly for Durk. And shout out the first song, Voice of Heroes, hard. Hats Off with Travis Scott feature, hard. The Still Running with Meek is hard. Medical, that's facts. The Thug one is hard, and I fuck with the Rod Wave. They got some others in there, but that's just the standouts as of now. It's 18 tracks. Shit came out Friday. I ain't listened to it that many times, but I listened to it enough to where I listened to it twice to where I know, like, they got some standouts.
Yeah.
So that shit is hard. Shout out to Capella Gray from New York. I think I'm about to finesse that interview for us, Doom. I think I'm about to, because I think that nigga about to blow up.
Be dope. Yeah,
that nigga about to blow up. That song is fucking. When I heard that song,
how you came across that?
Okay, so I'm on Twitter. This is Friday. The Joe Budden podcast dropped Saturday. I'm on Twitter. It's either Friday night or Tuesday night, because I know it's the day before whenever Joe played it on his podcast. Somebody tweeted at me, was like, yo, Lynn, there's this new guy out of New York, Capella Gray. Shit is hard. Somebody that I interviewed out of Canada who was like, he's friends with him somehow. He was like, you got to check this out before this nigga blow up. Try to see if you can get the interview. So I listened. Bam. I'm like, yo, shit is nuts. The next day it plays on the Joe Budden podcast, and I'm like, oh, this nigga really out here. Then I see that Ebro checking for him. I see this nigga on Bernice Burgo's story. This nigga on fucking Dream Doll story. Like, this nigga is this close to taking off.
Yeah. And his music sound good.
Oh, yeah, he got his other songs sound. I never
heard of him before you sent it. And then when I heard it, I was like, all right, he hard.
I checked out his other songs after, had to. He got hits there too. That's a fact.
And the thing is, like, especially with the artists at that level where they kind of in that beginning stage of starting up, like, normally you can hear that they not a mainstream act. You know what I mean? Like, it's just something about the quality of the music.
It's there.
You just hear it. You know that it's like, but he got a mainstream sound. Like, I think his music will actually go.
I know when music goes when I'm in my car. Cause see, my girl be getting mad at me. She's like, you always play shit that I don't know. And I'm like, cause I'm always trying to put you on and gauge how you react to shit. I'm trying to see what's hot in the streets. I'm trying to, cause like, I trust my ear, but like, I always like to check to see what women say. Cause women, at the end of the day, run the world. They run music. They run what's cool, what's not cool. Cause women spend more money than men. So I always play shit when I'm with my girl to see how this shit sounds. So I turn that on. I'm driving. We going on a date. We going to eat somewhere. Turn that shit on. Usually when I turn something on that she don't know, she always hit me with, why you playing this? Go play SZA. Go play the Ari Lennox, whatever. I see her bobbing her head and I'm like, oh, I got her. This one real. She started bobbing. Then she asked me, who is this? That's how I know it's really hard. When she say, who is this?
Yeah.
This nigga out of here, man. That shit used the Back That Ass Up sample? Nah.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Nah.
And the only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that he used that sample.
You hating? That sound like hate. I mean?
You can't be from New York and use that kind of shit, bro. Like I remember coming up, like in high school, all the New York niggas, everybody who we thought was cold, like the Boosie, the
they hated on
Wayne,
them niggas.
Even kind of late Wayne up until he started fucking with like Dipset and them.
Yep.
New York didn't like anything that was Southern rap.
They only fucked with Juvenile because of the Hot remix with Jay-Z. And like you said, they only fucked with Wayne when he started rocking with Jewels.
Yeah. And it's just like they killed that whole era.
But you gotta know it. The time's different now, dude. New York sound like Atlanta light.
But that's the problem, though. That's the problem. Like they hate it for so long, and then like when the South wouldn't stop, when they just kept coming, especially like once that era came where it was like Gucci and Jeezy and T.I. and all them, like they had no choice.
It was a perfect storm. You got Gucci, T.I., Wayne, Bun still doing shit in Houston. But and then you have Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Chameleonaire, trifecta with the T.I.s, Gucci's, Jeezys, Wayne's. You can't stop that.
Yeah,
it's unstoppable. Then you throw a little Plies, T-Pain in there. Man. No, they did. They
and I guess maybe that's like me just like
I tell you, that's hate. That's hate in your heart. I know that is.
I've been deep in the game for a while, man. I feel like that's like that era is what I feel like my era of rap is. Like when Gucci and like Boosie before he went to jail, all that shit, like that's when I came up. You know what I'm saying? Like really starting to fuck with music. So I remember when New York hated on the South, all that whole run, they wanted to keep us out, bro. So it's like, nah, you can't touch the back that ass up sample. you gotta hold the L for the sins of everybody in New York before you.
But see, I think it's funny. We get mad at this nigga, but we don't say not a word to Drake because Drake is cool because of the Wayne, because we allow it.
He like a
we let Drake get off in my feelings. Drake an honorary New Orleans. That shit is crazy,
bro. But Wayne is like a New Orleans nigga, and you know Wayne could give him that.
Oh yeah, no, that stamp.
You know what I'm saying?
Now let me ask you the tough question. What is the best back that ass up sampled song? Is it still Practice?
I think so, man. It's gonna be hard to beat Practice.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Practice. I'm not gonna lie. This nigga song cool, but it's not Practice. Practice got a bunch of ass moving in back in the gap. When that shit dropped, when that shit dropped, I was just like, yo, I'm playing this at every house party. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, once I noticed everybody was drunk at a house party, I was like, give me the aux. I'm running my Take Care set. And by the end of it, niggas was either in their feelings on the living room couch or niggas was fucking. Like, that's a fact. You started with Practice and you end with Marvin's Room. That was an error. That was an error. I even go so far as to say Practice is better than the original. Is that too much?
Is that
too much?
Is
that too much?
Okay. Too far, but all
right.
I fuck with Practice. It's hard to beat as far as like sample. Now the original, bro, I just don't think it's no song. Like I have yet to see a song that get that reaction when it comes.
Oh yeah, anytime it come on the club.
I grew up thinking that was just like because that was like Louisiana shit. But then I started going outside and bro, everywhere I've been.
When you play in the 99 in the 2000s.
It get crazy, bro.
It's over. It's over. Asses begin to shake.
Still to this day, my nigga. In 2021.
That's a fucking fact. But shout out to Capella Gray, man. Come fuck with the pod, bro. We definitely want to talk to you. Next up, did you see the Mount Rushmore conversations?
I did.
So how did you feel about them? I thought, and the one I'm talking about, the 2010 GOAT, that's the one we're going to start off with because there's a bunch of them, about how it was Cole, Drake, Kendrick, and Nicki. I thought it should have been Future. I agree with LeBron.
Oh, man, that's so tough, man.
I get why you put Nicki on there because of this numbers and shit.
And but like, I think the current day, bro, like people don't give Nicki her credit.
Oh, her impact for what's going on?
What's going on current day is all Nicki.
No, it is 100%, 100%. But okay, my point is, okay, if we're gonna do that, then shouldn't Kanye be on the 2010 thing?
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. If I'm not gonna choose Future, because I say Future, just like Nicki responsible for everything going on with female rap right now. I'd say Future is about 70%. I'll give Thug 30. 70% of what's going on in Atlanta. And I'll give Migos a solid 10.
I think Thug pulled a lot from Future early on. So that might even be,
that's why
30% might even be Future. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I think Future should be on that on the because everything is Future sound right now.
Yeah, I think it's just the like it's so hard to narrow it down to 4 because they'll have people who, you know what I'm saying, who you feel make the best music. That might not be the same motherfucker that you running on your playlist day to day. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the Cole album was one of the better albums that I've heard in probably the last 4-5 years, hands down. Could be longer if I really got into what release.
Oh, it's definitely one of the best albums, but I don't listen to it every day.
Yeah, in the past few years, I think it's probably top 3 album for sure to drop in the past few years. But I don't listen to it all the time.
I have like 2 songs. I got 2 songs on there that I play and then I turn that shit off.
Yeah,
and that's no disrespect because I said shit, but it's not shit. It's amazing. Like I love the Cole album.
I go back to that freaking 21 Savage joint. Damn near every day.
That one in 100 mil. That's the 2 I go back to.
Yeah,
that's the 2 that I go back to. Besides that, shit. You know what's an album I really fuck with? Prayer for Haiti by Mac Homie. That if you really want to get into your rap shit, that shit is hard.
Yeah.
East Coast rap, and I'm not. When it comes to Griselda, I like Benny and Conway. I don't fuck with Westside Gunn. And it's not, I fuck with Westside Gunn as a businessman and as like a fashionista, whatever he be doing, but like, I just don't like his voice on tracks. But with Mac Homie, it worked real well. And Mac Homie may be the best one in Griselda. I'm just keeping it a beam.
Yeah, that's a tough debate. You might actually have to like rank them.
We could. Go listen to that, and maybe it's because we got Creole here in Louisiana that the stuff he touching on just hit a little different for people like us who understand Haitian Creole shit because it's called Prayer for Haiti and he got a lot of shit in there with that. The raps are incredible. That's one that you got to check out, and also for the West Side niggas, Community Service by YG and Mozzie. Tough.
That was a joint from the intro.
Yeah, exactly. That's the song Dangerous from that album.
Hard. That was hard.
Mozzie might be the best nigga out the West for the past 3 years.
Yeah. What's crazy, bro?
He might have took it from Kendrick.
I remember, bro, one of my dudes from the military, bro, when I first joined, it's like 6-7 years ago. He tried to put me on Mozzie, and I was just like, nah. He was like, bro, this dude next up, I'm telling you. He like from the base, so I thought he was just on his little Cadley shit, you know what I mean?
Base,
so I was like, man, fuck Mozzie. And Mozzie actually came up, and I was like, shit, he tried to put me on. I see.
Mozzie, like, and if 03 Greedo, nice. If 03 Greedo doesn't go to jail, Mozzie and Greedo the biggest niggas out the West right now.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy, man.
Them niggas hard. And let me shout out Louisiana niggas because we got niggas that dropped. Last week, like we had Caleb Brown on. Go check out his project. I'm just throwing out all the nigga shit I'm jamming. Jay San just dropped a new project out of Louisiana. Shout out to my nigga Jay San out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Dropped one of the hardest project concept albums I heard in a long fucking time. You niggas, like, there's only a couple niggas that fuck with this nigga in Lafayette. You niggas need to step y'all game up out there. This project that Jay San just dropped is incredible. Fucking incredible.
I never heard the project yet, bro, but I really fuck with dude. Like I like
incredible.
How he be doing. And you know what I'm like, the reason why, and I'm gonna try to say this without like offending nobody, but the majority of you niggas in Lafayette is not good.
Trash!
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And Jay saying like he be bringing like some real artistry, bro. Like all the shit that I complain about with these little new rap.
He
niggas,
does it. He does everything you don't like.
Yeah,
I mean, he does everything that you want niggas to do. Let me not say that you don't like. He does everything you want people to do.
He definitely do that.
And
he do it well. So I fuck with him, man. Shout out to Jay San.
That's a fact.
Never heard the project yet, but if y'all listening, definitely go check him out for sure.
Check that out. It's Never Always About You on SoundCloud. I don't know if it's gonna be on streaming, but he's about to come on the pod. He'll tell us soon. He was in LA. My nigga was chilling, enjoying his album release. Shit was fire. So it's not always about you, Jay San on SoundCloud. Also, let me shout out another nigga who is killing it in Lafayette. I know we always talk about Chrissa, but Fade Bully just dropped a banger. Yo.
Yes, sir.
Fade just dropped a banger. Fade about to come on the podcast soon. I told him, I was like, yo, Fade, this shit is hard, man. It's called Hyperbolic Time Chambers on SoundCloud. That bossed up every day. Oh, yeah, the one you on every day, nigga. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
The one you produce real right is hard. Fucking the dive featuring Lamont. Whole tape is hard. Whole tape is hard.
Fuck with it, bro. And I like he got a nice reception of that shit, man.
Shit was nice.
Him the other day, I was like, bro, I'm like proud of that drop. Like everything went out smooth. It looked real official.
It did.
The music sound good. The fans
I told him the same thing, Doom. I said, I like everything about it. Everything. Yeah. What you just was saying.
Yeah, and people watching, bro. So shout out to him and Chris, man. They doing big shit.
Oh, like that. Chris already know it. It don't even need to be said, but he dropped a couple of songs too. Nick, let me just say this to everybody out here right now. The eyes are on Lafayette right now. That's all I gotta say. Between Chrissa, Jay-San, niggas are looking at Lafayette. Niggas are looking at Baton Rouge. If all it takes is one of these niggas between Caleb Brown, Chrissa, Jay-San, any of these niggas who is just killing it to just blow up, hit one big one. Big one, and then the floodgates is open.
I just really want somebody to blow that's not on that, like,
not on the Kevin Gates Young Boy,
Louisiana,
Fredo Bang, not on that vibe.
Yeah,
and that's why I said the three that I said.
That's all we got is those type niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's so much talent in Lafayette that's not that. You know what I mean?
And
there's nothing wrong with that because I listen to Gates. Like Gates is probably the most played artist in my Spotify. But
facts.
It's just we need something else out of Lafayette besides that.
And there's so much talent. So again, shout out Jay-San, shout out Fade, shout out Caleb Brown, shout out Chrissa. You niggas represent the boot very well right now. All right, next up we got let's see. I don't really want to talk about B-Dot's list because that's the same thing with the Mount Rushmore conversation. Oh, I know what I want to ask you. How you feel about, we got to talk about it because we're podcasters. Me and you both listen to podcasts. Rory and Maul headed to 35 Ventures with KD. Shout out to my nigga Bansky. Shout out to the OG Eddie Gonzalez. We work together. That's my guy. I fuck with him. That's my homie, the OG. He pulled the sneak move on Joe. Him and KD did the right thing. They swiped in, got him. So now y'all got sports on lock with Boardroom. Now y'all about to open the music shit on Boardroom. The niggas killing right now, man. I told him right now, the Etceteras podcast with KD and Bansky got to be the biggest sports podcast right now. And they trying to get the biggest music podcast with Rory and Maul. It's possible. Especially with KD connections. Yeah. They getting a Drake interview. I'm telling you now, dude, Joe gonna be sick. Rory and Maul are getting the Drake interview.
I think so, bro. I think it's fucked up, bro, because I feel like Joe tried. Like, I feel like he wasn't genuinely trying to do some crazy shit. And we talk so much. Well, at least I did. I ain't gonna say we, but I talk so much shit on Rory and Maul saying like, I don't think they not gonna be able to do nothing on their own without Joe. And shit looking up, bro.
Shit looking up and situation. Stuck. They looking better than Joe right now.
Just the run into the show, like a lot of people want it. And I'm looking at it like, bro, I want to hear it. Cause I'm not gonna lie, while I do think that Ish and Ice, they are better at podcasting.
For Joe's podcast specifically too.
Yeah. I think they brought a perspective that is missing now.
They do.
You know what I mean?
I like Ish and Ice more than Rory and Maul on that pod, but the perception of Ish and Ice is the issue on why Ish and Ice might not succeed. Because people love Rory and Maul, and then people who, let me not say matter, but tastemakers love Rory and Maul. Like anytime Joe posts, there's 6 niggas under there with blue checks saying this nigga slimy. Anytime Elliot Wilson posts some Rory and Maul content, you got fucking the head of Rock Nation saying this the new and improved pod. So if the whole industry support this nigga, these two niggas, then like the perception of them is gonna change to the public. Not saying that perception wasn't there to begin with, but they up right now.
I think it. I don't think it was there though. Like I think
Probably not.
the stuff that I thought was also like the majority vote. You know what I'm saying? Like I think everybody felt like, I don't think they gonna do. We not listening to a Rory and Maul podcast.
Facts. But
And then
see,
the more and more shit came, like when they made the little response video in the fucking with Alex Media and shit. Like I was like, yo, I just watched Rory and Maul talk for over an hour, and I was interested. But it was
drama.
granted, it was tied around the drama. I want to see how they put together shit without Joe.
Episode 1's gonna be crucial.
What people not admitting is that once you start podcasting, like we podcast, so I understand how hard it is to like guide a conversation to where it don't sound forced or you know what I'm saying, or stale, and then keep it entertaining for over an hour. Joe was the good at that.
He was,
like
that's
the
a fact.
way he hosted with like State of the Culture and fucking Everyday Struggle, like that was a skill he developed over time. And I was like, I don't know if Rory and Maul can do that without him.
And
you know
see,
what I mean?
What they need to do is what I think I'm hoping Bansky does, because Bansky's a smart dude. The best thing about Rory and Maul, and this is why I knew they would succeed, they have connections out the ass. They got connections out the ass. As much as Joe brought the fans to the pod, which I give him credit for, and I give him credit for the reason why that pod is special, you can't take away from the fact that, oh, Rory got the Jim Jones interview. Oh, Maul got the Biggs interview. Oh, Rory knows Pusha T. Oh, Rory knows Wale. Like, yeah, these people may be cool with Joe, but they actually hang out with Rory in public.
Yeah.
And Maul,
and
too.
That's something to say, you know what I'm saying, about it. And I think Joe know that. I think they just had their little misunderstanding and they couldn't come to
facts.
You know, ground.
And that, but to my point, I think Rory and Maul should do an interview show. It should be strictly interview show. It should be them and a guest every week or however many times they do it.
That would be hard. I'm just curious to see what it's going to be.
Because to your point, I don't think they can do the let's talk about what's going on in the world once a week for 2 hours. I don't think they can do that without Joe. But I do think they can do an hour interview show every other week or every time they feel like dropping.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just curious to see what it's gonna be like because I don't know. They didn't go into detail like they did.
They didn't. They just did a little
video.
Yeah,
and that was cool. It got niggas hyped for what was coming. But I'm really curious to see what it's gonna be because if it's just a podcast, them talking, like I always felt like even when they was on a Joe Budden podcast that they rarely had like direct interactions between each other. Like it was almost like they was talking through Joe. Like I just didn't feel like they necessarily.
I didn't know they were that cool.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I think they just had a common enemy towards the end,
and then they just teamed up.
Yeah, they teamed up because they had a common enemy.
But not that. But see, when you think about it, I was being nosy. So like I was being like I got on my nosy shit. Like so when Maul dropped the thing on IG, I just went scroll through his pictures just to see. He never posted Joe ever. Unless it was like a show pick where he had to. But it was never like about the pod or about Joe for 2 years. I thought that was so fucking strange. Like, but at the time, but when shit's happening, when you listen to it, I don't see it like that. I don't think there's no beef. But now seeing the beef, that was definitely beef that whole time.
See,
and that makes sense because you said it, and I'm gonna give you one of your points. Maul at one point you fucked with because he kept it honest and he would talk. But then at one point it was, I'm cool. And he was like, we don't need that too cool for school attitude. But that too cool for school attitude might have came from the beef.
I think so. I think it was, especially toward the end for sure. Like them last maybe 10, 15 episodes, you could tell trash. Like something with their dynamic was off. You know,
they tried to hide it as best they could.
Yeah. I just wish that they would have, oh man, just looking back on that situation, like that podcast, that was an error, bro.
That's a fact.
I look at how long I listened to that podcast every week without missing a fucking episode. Like that was an era of a podcast.
I have nothing to do now during the weeks because the Joe
Yeah,
podcast don't be hidden for me like that no more, man. It really don't.
I still listen to it, but it's
I
not
listen
the same,
to it,
bro.
but it's definitely not the same. Like and that's why I feel like shout out to everybody who fuck with us. We ain't letting y'all down. We coming week to week. I feel like there's a lane. I feel like it's open. It's open season right now for Black Pods.
For sure.
There's the king. The king is off the throne. LeBron has lost.
Yeah, man.
It's a new best player in the league.
Some years, bro, LeBron lose in the first round, and then that leave the conference open, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's open right now because I don't think Brilliant Idiots is the move.
It's definitely not. I feel like whatever pocket Joe is in, that's not the same pocket. You know what I mean? Like it's something else open right now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm curious to see who's the next, because when you think about it, like even though they kind of went away from being a music rap podcast, that's always like the anchor of the pod. It's around rap, and Brilliant Idiots don't really touch on that at all. So
no, they just talk about
it's definitely a lane. Yeah,
Facts.
It's definitely a lane.
And speaking of topics, I got ours for this week. So I'm gonna tell you a story. My girlfriend said that we were going to be toxic. And I said, it's not toxic. It's true. Because I run things by just to see if I'm sounding sexist or not. And she said, oh, you sound toxic. But it's true, dude. Woman privilege. We got to acknowledge it. Like I'm coming on this show. Shout out to all our women listeners. We rock with y'all. We understand y'all got it hard, but y'all do have woman privilege. Let me tell you a story. So this girl I know, I'm not going to say her name. She posted on Snapchat and she was talking about how F you drug dealers making niggas wait 30 to 50 minutes and then text me like, oh, I'm on my way. Then I wait another 30 minutes and you're not on your way. And then I hit up the next plug and this nigga say he got it. Then I go meet him and then he don't got it. Nigga, why you told me you got it? And basically the story ends with the first drug dealer apologizing to her and giving all her stuff for free. Now I said, dude, that don't happen with me and you. Me and you gotta wait 5 hours until that nigga ready to come meet us. Woman privilege. That's a real thing. He wanted to fuck. Like, let's be honest. This nigga wanted to fuck, and that's why she got that shit for free. Woman privilege. Woman privilege is a real thing.
That happens a lot, bro. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And it even happened because you can say that is like they little shit that they like to use is that shouldn't even be the case, because the reason they get that type of privilege is because men is in the position.
That's what my girlfriend said.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't agree with that, because I feel like, especially very attractive women,
they know
even other women give them privilege.
That's my thing. They know, like women know if you are above a certain number on the 1 to 10 scale, you can get whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, especially if you know how to maneuver about certain situations.
And this is not us downing them women. Get your bag, sis. That's our motto. Get your bag, queen. But I just gotta say, women privilege is real. Like I told my girl, I said, you could go post your ass right now on IG and you'll get more likes than me if we posted, oh, we got an interview with LeBron James. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's really a crazy world. And what's wild is you absolutely right. That would get more likes than an interview with LeBron. Niggas would not give no fuck.
Niggas would hate.
Facts. That's some crazy shit, bro.
Like, they got girls that I know that I went to high school with that dumb as bricks. Them bitches got 15,000 followers on IG just for showing pictures in a bikini. And they put entrepreneurs in their bio. Bitch, you showing ass and tits and getting endorsement deals. Is that an entrepreneur? Well, I guess so. Let me not. That's hate. My you know what my girlfriend said? My girlfriend said, you just wish you had a vagina and a nice ass. I said, well, I do wish I could show my body and get money. I do wish that.
Yeah, I don't know about wanting all that, but no, I am jealous of the privilege. You know what I'm saying? I'll be hating. I'll keep it a bean.
I'm definitely hating. And then I hit her with, because she was like, oh, that's some sexist shit you slinging. I was like, well, black men got it rough like women too. And she's like, why are we comparing black men's struggle versus women's struggle. And I was like, well, I mean, black women got it the worst out of all of us, but I think black men got it worse than, other women of other races besides black women.
Yeah,
that's where the conversation went.
I agree, though. It sounds crazy, but I agree.
Oh, shit.
Niggas can't get shit no more.
No, bro. A nigga got it hard, bro. Like,
oh, yeah.
A nigga got it real hard. Who can a black man go to tell his problems to? Nobody.
Not a damn person. Not even black women. Shit.
You could barely go to your mama. Exactly.
Bro. That shit is crazy, bro. I'm gonna talk about having it hard.
Oh shit! But I just had to make you laugh with woman privilege. Thought that shit was fun. I thought that shit was funny. That girl got her whole order for free. For free.
That's crazy, bro.
I said you lucky. That would never happen for a man. Never.
Nah, definitely not. You be lucky the nigga takes you back. You just be stuck with no smoke, mad as hell.
Oh shit, dude! But that's all I really got. Real quick before we get out of here, who you liking in the next round of the playoffs? Because we about to talk about that on Bros Who Ball, so I might as well get your thoughts right now.
I don't know.
And I say this later. I feel like it's Kawhi's playoff to lose.
I do like the Clippers, like roster wise. I think they the best left in the West, but can they beat Phoenix, bro?
I think they can beat Phoenix, but they play Utah right now.
Yeah,
Phoenix got to get to
like
Denver.
If it got to the Western Conference,
I think they see. I look at it as like they can guard y'all best two stars. Can you guard them? And I don't think Phoenix got nobody that can check them. Even though we saw somebody check LeBron, but like that's different because LeBron was kind of hurt. Kawhi going to the rim, giving you the post up. Then you got to worry about PG. Like I just don't know if they got people that can check him. Those two dudes.
Yeah, you got a point too, man, because not having AD was bigger than them Lakers fans thought.
Exactly. And then you have Kennard coming on. It's like your shooter. Like their role players are starting to step up too for the Clippers. I was impressed today when they beat Luka and them.
Yeah. And bro, Luka needed some help because he was
Porzingis a
bro.
bum.
He was going off. I fuck with Luka, man. I ain't gonna lie. I talked a lot of shit on Luka. I want to say it was on here. But I was just like, man, I don't like how the white people, they get a white player that's nice and then they just start MVP and the best.
He the real deal.
But nah, bro, Luka really got that shit, bro.
All he need is one player.
Nice.
If I'm Dallas, I'm calling Portland and trying to do anything to get the Dame Lillard trade to come to Dallas.
Yeah.
Because he need help. Porzingis ain't it.
Yeah, man. I was hearing a lot of people saying potentially no.
Dame to New Orleans. I know.
If they do.
Look, let me not hype us up, but I'm gonna say this, and I say this later. What can Dallas offer? What can 76ers offer? What can the Lakers offer that the Pelicans cannot? Not a damn thing.
Yeah,
we got better talent and better picks.
Yeah, I think as far as like trade assets,
unless Philly's about to offer Ben Simmons, then there's no package that they can put that's better than us. Unless OKC's offering Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, there's no package they can offer better than us. Unless Denver's trading Jamal Murray or Porter, there's like for those teams to outbeat us, they got to trade one of their top stars.
Yeah, and what's crazy, bro, is like even the OKC shit. I don't know if Shai really so much better than anything that we could offer.
That's what I'm saying. I mean? That's why I think we I think we got a better package than the Thunder.
Yeah, I think like somebody on our roster like Nikhil. If we was to trade Nikhil, that's high value. Like if he was in Shai's spot where he was the number one dude on the team and there was nobody else that could get a bucket, Noah could average 25 on
I believe
team
so.
Like that.
And then I think Lonzo is up for the trade too, sign and trade.
Yeah.
So
they definitely gonna be shopping Zoe. I don't know whatever they told him. He was talking on the end of the season like he just was coming back. But I ain't gonna lie, they gotta bring him back. I know we ain't trying to do the sports thing, but they gotta bring him back because the stars want him back.
No, that's a fact. Unless
Zoe said
the only way you don't
Zion.
Unless Zion and B.I. realize you could get a Bradley Beal, a Zach LaVine, Dame Lillard. I said this on the radio a bunch, and I don't care that we talking sports right now because like it's gonna transition to it anyway. The only way that they're happy with it is if you get someone better than Zoe. You cannot get someone less than Zoe. You cannot sign Kyle Lowry and they be happy with it. You cannot you cannot sign fucking Cameron Payne and think that's okay. Like you can't trade away Zoe for a bag of chips and Zion and B.I. be happy with it. It has to be someone like a Zach LaVine, like a Bradley Beal, like a Dame Lillard. It can't be no Joe Blow off the street.
Yeah. And I mean, I think they definitely doing that. Like if they package fucking Steven Adams and Bled, and because that would be an amazing offseason.
I'm coining it
2 niggas and bring in somebody like
that's what I'm saying. Like look at
nice.
Atlanta. Atlanta, I've been saying this for 2 weeks now, ever since I saw Atlanta do what they did in the first round. Atlanta was shit the year before this year. Dog shit. Asshole. People saying Trae Young can't win. You put the right coach around them and you have the right offseason. Atlanta acquired Capella, Bogdanovich, Lou Will, Danilo Gallinari. You don't think that fucking team's going to be better? Like,
yeah.
You don't
like
lot
better.
The young pieces they had, John Collins, Herter, DeAndre Hunter, and Trae. Let's look at the Pelicans if you want to look at the young pieces. B.I., Zoe, Jackson Hayes, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And you could even say Kyra. That seems very Hawk-ish to me if you put 4 to 5 guys around who are the right 4 to 5 guys around that 5.
And really just the four or five that can fucking shoot.
That
that's
can play,
bro. Because everybody else, like we got a good team.
We
like,
do.
I looked at our team just over the course of
we're
last
better
year,
than
like
we're better than the Grizzlies. We are like we're better than I think we were better than the Trailblazers this year. And I know niggas gonna say you smoking crack, but that's the truth. Like, bro.
Nah, yeah, talent-wise was better. We just don't have a Dame.
We don't. That's the thing. And we waiting on one of our guys to step up, whether it's Zion or BI. But I think if we could get someone and see Atlanta didn't have a BI. That's the thing that helps us. Atlanta had to go get their Bogdanovich. But if we could go see, we have our Bogdanovich and our Trae Young. We're missing the Danilo Gallinari, DeAndre Hunter third option. That's what we and then we missing the depth with like the John Collins, the Lou Will, the Capella. Like they have multiple things. So if we could put the right thing around our Bogdanovich and Trae Young, then it's over for niggas. We need shooters. Like you said, we need shooters, man.
A lot of them.
That's a fact. So you still ain't answer who you got coming out the playoffs right now, man.
Oh shit.
Who you favoring?
I'm gonna go Clippers out the West just because I think they've been playing good. I don't know. I hope they do it. And then in the East, it gotta be the Nets. Like as much as I hate to say it, it just gotta be the Nets.
And
like,
even without James Harden, them niggas was kicking ass. Blake Griffin pulled the biggest magic act on the NBA, convincing the Pistons he was trash.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin eight on the Bucks. I'd be pissed if I was a Pistons fan.
He convinced everybody else he was trash too, because I seen they had niggas coming up on the bets. There was some bet out there that Blake Griffin would score more than 15 with a Nets win. And niggas was cashing out, bro. I saw somebody won like 12 grand off that bet.
And we close to him. Louisiana just pat. We basically there. Next football season, I'm gonna be a part of the FanDuel community. It's coming.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited, but
it's a lot of money to lose, bro.
No, that's a fact. I know. I know the days when you be sick. I get the snaps.
Yo.
But that's all we got this week, Doom. Tell the people they can follow you at on social media.
At Lil Doom SJE, man. Instagram and Twitter. Y'all fuck with me.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow Doom. Check out all the stuff he been dropping recently, whether it's on the Fade tape or whatever that may be. Y'all go follow him and check out all his music out there. And speaking of that, I'm going to either pick something from Fade's tape or Jay Sand's tape to be the song of the week. So y'all just expect one of them, and then I'll do the other one as the ending of the thing. But let's get into the song of the week and then Bros Who Ball right after this. This episode of the Bros Who Think podcast was brought to you by the law offices of Lucretia Picante. If you need a lawyer, if you have not been paying your child support, if you got baby mama drama, whatever it may be, she can help you. You've been injured in a car accident? Call Lucretia. You got your baby mama not showing you your kids on the weekend? Call Lucretia. Whatever it may be, you need a divorce from your wife? Call Lucretia. Look, you can find the law office of Lucretia Picante at 124 West Washington Street, New Iberia, Louisiana, 70560, or you can call the number 337-374-1202. Again, any of your marital dispute issues, child support needs, baby mama drama, call Lucretia. But with that being said, let's get back to the song of the week.
Every day, you put something on my mind, take my stress away. Being you get in that room, you take my breath away. Hit it early in the morning, got no stress today. You get to roll in that body and I make you down. Take it to the edge, you know I feel it now. Got me on a high, the way we get it down. I don't care about what they say, I got the best around. Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, yo. You got that vibe just like a mixtape, yo. Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Sunday too, cause I could never be mad at babe. You know what it is, we roll up. Do say more than my coke-up. I ain't been living life too fast. You come around, get me slowed up. Yeah, they talk down, but you know what? They don't know us like I know us. Just one day without your love and what to do, I don't know what. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I need it every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't you take it away. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I need it every day.
Mary Jane really better my mood. I'ma roll up around 2. I got the gas if you wanna go vroom, but she's so fly, she might need a broom. You in the mood that we might need a room. Cause the cologne, you can smell my perfume. Spark that bitch up and engulf in the fumes. She hit it, she making them faces. Baby, you just gotta pace it. She say that this wood is amazing. My baby exotic Jamaican. Hot boxing, we steam up the place. We so high in stars out of space. The plot is the plan in the vase. Can't do the regular way.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I need it every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Don't you take it away. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I need it every day.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that was the song of the week. Time to get into the segment where we talk sports. As always, Bros Who Ball. Join me as always, Mr. Adam Schubert. Justin can't join us this week. He's coaching in AU right now. I see you, Justin, hanging out with Akeem Olajuwon. I see you out here. But how you doing this week, Shuby?
I'm doing good, man. I'm in the midst of trying to find my Titans tickets.
Oh, nice. Yeah, speaking of, before we get to basketball, breaking news, Julio Jones traded to the Titans. Is this a good move? I feel like this is a lateral move. I don't feel like this is a Super Bowl move, at least for Julio.
I think it's definitely a good move for Julio.
Okay, so you think the Titans are going to win?
Well, I mean, he was on the Falcons.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, now he's going to go to the playoffs. And so, like, if you're the Titans, okay, so you lost your second receiver. It was Corey Davis, and you got Julio Jones. That's a win.
It's a win for them. But does this make them better than the Chiefs? Does this make them better than the Bills? I don't think so.
You know, that before the Julio trade, they were wondering if they were better than the Colts and if they were better than the Jags. So at this point, I feel like they kind of cemented that position. You know, as long as Carson Wentz doesn't, become the MVP Carson Wentz, like, They should wrap up that division pretty nicely.
See, I'm thinking like maybe because I'm still big on the Colts. Colts got good defense, good offensive line. It's up to Carson Wentz. If Carson Wentz can return to form, then I don't know about Julio and the Titans.
Well, it's
up
like,
to
okay,
Tannehill because he said he wanted
the,
someone who could throw a deep ball. Can Tannehill is Tannehill that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
I mean, so you're playing the Titans. You want to double Julio? All right, fine. AJ Brown.
True. And you got to load the box because if not, Derrick Henry's gonna run. All right.
I mean, they're hard now. I mean, it's good.
They better hope that whatchamacallit pays off. That cornerback they drafted, what's his name? I'm blanking on him right now. The dude that got hurt, Caleb Farley, to solidify that defense because that offense can be great, but that defense was shaky last year. That's why you got rid of Jadeveon Clowney. You went back to some youth, so it's like
and Adoree Jackson too.
Yep. So hopefully, that defense comes around. They're going to be relying on a lot of these draft picks.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like they stand up with the rest of the AFC. I mean, it's just whether or not they could stop the Bills and the Chiefs. I just don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they could. Yeah, I just don't know who they could stop at this point. So
that's my biggest thing with it. But you have convinced me. Good for Julio. But I thought it was a lateral move. But this is good. He'll be in the playoffs. Whereas the Falcons, they've been in obscurity when they shouldn't have been.
But like I said, all I know of is as of this morning, I am definitely looking for Saints Titans tickets when they play November 14th.
That's gonna be a good game.
Nashville.
That will definitely be a good game.
Yeah, I want to be there.
So, all right, let's jump to the NBA. Series have been concluded. Players are hurt. Things are going down. Let's start off with the people who lost, and then we'll go to the people who won. So Lakers are out. Trailblazers are out. Celtics are out. Grizzlies are out. Knicks are out. Wizards are out.
Mavericks are out.
I don't have too much to say about the Grizzlies. Like, young, doesn't matter. They still need to grow.
Same with the Wizards, really. I mean, the Wizards are they're never going to get any better than they are. So
I don't see it. They're going to end up having to get rid of those stars.
Yeah. So they're going to have to blow it up and rebuild. So
any comments on the Knicks? I'll leave that to you. I won't make fun of you like I made fun of Knicks fans on the radio because you're not an obnoxious Knicks fan. What hopes do you have this offseason so y'all can make a deeper playoff run? In my opinion, y'all need another superstar.
I mean, it kind of piggyback off the whole Celtics thing. At this point, the Nets are the only team in your division that's going to give you any problems. So, you have Julius Randle. A lot of the youth is going to progress. We saw some really good minutes out of RJ Barrett. Quickly is a solid bench player that needs to be a bench player and not be someone that's flirt starting. Derrick Rose is a good veteran at the moment, but you're going to have to swap him out with someone who is good at this in this era.
Hopefully quickly.
Oh, well, no, not quickly. I mean, quickly is never going to be what Derrick Rose is.
You don't think he'd be the starting point?
No, I mean, that's where I think early in the week when they were saying the Lillard trade rumors, that would be something that they would have to go do. It's not something that's going to happen. But
let me tell you what you need. You need the Clippers to destroy the Jazz in this series. So Donovan Mitchell's like, fuck Utah. I've had enough. I'm going to Leon Rose in World Wide West and going playing the Big Apple.
Yeah, that would be great. They need somebody to make that jump if it was a trade. But I think what New York can hang their hat on now is that you were the 4th seed in the playoffs. All the other teams that aren't Brooklyn are blowing up around you. You seem pretty solid. You got a good young group that can at least contend and be what you are this season, and makes you way more desirable to free agents when it comes down when those in the next few years. Because I mean, I don't know how strong the free agent class is this year, but maybe next year. But I think at least you've put yourself in the position that maybe the Celtics ran a few years back when they were flirting with Eastern Conference Finals and making Eastern Conference Finals.
Y'all did all of that on effort. Y'all really did all of that on effort and defense, which y'all did this year. So, like, if you get a star, you can move up. Hopefully, RJ Barrett develops to help you out.
Like, I mean, a lot of people would disagree because they're saying that we're crazy, but as many Knicks fans will tell you, and it feels like we're back. It feels like we're a team that's in
I'd say y'all are back. I'm not gonna say in contention. I'm gonna say y'all are a playoff team.
Contention for us is at least making the playoffs because we've never even had the thought that we would even be.
Well, say you're a playoff team. Don't say you're in contention. Contention puts you with Clippers, Nets, Bucks. Y'all not with them yet. I'm gonna give Atlanta contention.
That's fair.
We'll get to Atlanta in a second, but y'all are a playoff team. I'll give y'all that. So shout out to the Knicks. Lakers, Mr. Glass failed them. See, I couldn't get vulgar on the radio.
What did Barkley call him? Street clothes.
Street clothes. People are loving street clothes. I'm still with our nickname, Mr. Glass. Not doing too hot. That's all, folks. Lakers went home. I wasn't happy for LeBron leaving because I felt for him because I know the fans gonna give it to him this offseason. But I did. A part of me was like, hey, Anthony. Not that he got hurt, just that they lost. They're out. Cancun.
Well,
see you.
I love that picture that was tweeted out on I think ESPN where the Lakers were like, "Yeah, we need to upgrade our talent," and then all the people that they said were washed up or whatever are still in the playoffs right now.
Mm-hmm.
JaVale, Dwight Howard, Rondo, Danny Green. Those were key pieces to that championship team that they just let go and they said, "Oh, we're just going to upgrade." Well, what'd you upgrade? Didn't seem like
Kyle Kuzma, Caruso, trash. Montrezl Harrell. My favorite meme right now is the Shaq guessing that Aaron Brooks is in a Chinese league, but they subbed Aaron Brooks' face with Kyle Kuzma. And Shaq's like, ni hao next year. That shit kills me.
Guangdong Tigers. Ni hao, ni hao, ni hao.
Oh my gosh.
Kills me. I'm gonna put that in here. I'm definitely gonna put that video in here for y'all to watch. But that's for YouTube people. Sorry, SoundCloud people. Y'all get intro music, they get clips. Just the way it is. But that shit kills me. Kyle Kuzma looked horrible. Just LeBron can't do it no more with these. It's just he's not LeBron of old. He can't carry these scrubs. They need another star. Dame said, LeBron, get him on the line. Dame in LA would be great because when LeBron transitions, which he's transitioning now, Anthony Davis isn't the best number one option. Dame's the number one option.
Well, I feel like it's great now in this situation because people are finally realizing what Anthony Davis is, man. I mean, like, this is what he is. You can't depend on him.
People are starting to see everything the Pelicans complained about for years. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, now y'all want to say this. Are y'all going to take back all that shit y'all said about the Pelicans when the Pelicans didn't do enough for Anthony? Which they didn't, but he didn't hold up his end either. It's not like Luka out here dropping 40 in the playoffs, and you can clearly
playing every game.
You can clearly tell Porzingis is the issue.
Playing hurt.
So let's jump to them because the Lakers, we got more time to talk to Lakers. I feel so bad for Luka. I feel so bad for him. Schubert, you were right. You called it right when y'all traded Porzingis. You said he's not the same. Called him a bum.
Yeah, a bum and a criminal.
He played like a bum. When Boban Marjanovic outplays you, it's an issue. When Tim Hardaway Jr. outplays you,
and that's saying something. As big as Boban Marjanovic is, I watched that game today, and he was getting bodied. He was getting bodied.
He was.
So it's just like, if you're that big, and how are you getting bodied by these smaller players? But it was just so ridiculous because like Luka would drive, and then Boban come get the rebound. Nope.
Kristaps should not have 16 points while Boban has 14 and Dorian Finney-Smith has 18. And Luka has 46. This is embarrassing. 46, 14, and 7. And the next highest point total is Dorian Finney-Smith with 18. Tim Hardaway Jr. could only barely get 11, but I'm going to give him some slack because he played better in other games. But Kristaps with 16? Mark Cuban, you need to call up for Dame too. Dame, a lot of teams could use Dame. The Knicks, the Lakers, the Pellies, the Mavericks. If I'm the Mavericks, I'm making a call.
I mean, everybody could use Dame. If we're being real, I mean, he's a top 10 player.
Only person who couldn't is the Nets.
I mean, he almost willed his team past the first round.
He did, and Terry Stotts fired. It's over with. Is Dame going? This is all I'm asking. Is Dame in Portland next year?
I don't know, because like he was trying to talk about who he wanted to be the coach or
Jason
he wanted
Kidd.
to promote. No, he
said he wanted
Jason Kidd.
He said he wanted. That's what Chris Haynes reported. Chris Haynes reported that as much as he loved David Vanderhool, let me not say thing. Sorry, man. As much as he loved him, his choice was Jason Kidd, but Jason Kidd dropped out of the coaching race today.
Yeah, because of what Dame said.
What Dame said? He said something today?
Well, he said that he dropped out because of what Dame said. That was the report I saw.
Hold on.
Was that because of the endorsement that he dropped out?
Let's see.
He's like, I didn't want to be a part of that. Or something
Jason
like that.
Kidd withdrawn his name from consideration from head coach, tells Portland's a first-class organization, but have decided not to be one of them. Okay, he said he didn't want to be one of them. Let's see why. Because I don't think it's because of what Dame said. Kidd was uncomfortable. Kidd was ultimately uncomfortable with the idea of pursuing an opening after Damian Lillard publicly called for his hiring within hours of Stott's departure. Yahoo Sports said that Dame said Jason Kidd is the guy I want. Left Kidd feeling would put both Lillard's and Portland's process in an awkward circumstance should he pursue the opening. He didn't want to put Dame in a bad situation to where if they didn't get him, he'd be upset. But I mean, that's gonna happen.
Well, anyway, I mean, that's already gonna happen. I mean,
and how do we know this isn't collusion? Like, I'm gonna post the conspiracy theory of this is collusion. Jason Kidd knows LeBron wants Dame. Jason Kidd knows Frank Vogel could be out of here. He's already on the Lakers. I'm gonna withdraw my name. I'm gonna stay with the Lakers. Dame, I'm over here.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's kind
collusion.
of what that sounds like, right?
Is that not collusion, or is that just a really good conspiracy theory?
I mean, I think it's a pretty good conspiracy theory. I mean, he said that he wants to be coached by Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is going to stay on the Lakers. Why wouldn't he go to the Lakers? But I mean, like at this point,
he's texting LeBron, posting it on IG, saying, "Bron, make the move."
But he's not a free agent, though.
He's not a free agent. He's under contract.
I just don't see I just don't know like what that situation is, because are we just going to say that everybody, even if you're on the team, is just like, hey, I want to get traded to the Lakers? Trade me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what can the Lakers give Portland?
It goes back to the whole JJ Redick thing, where JJ Redick's like, oh, trade me to the Nets. No, that's not how this works.
You're going to the Mavericks. Now you're at home. Go hang out with your kids now, JJ.
And like on the flip side, you'd be like, well, the Pelicans did that with the Lakers. Be like, well, the Pelicans got a really good offer.
And we had no other options. Like, the Celtics wouldn't trade with us. If the Celtics would have traded with us, we would have did it. Like, we wanted Tatum. They wouldn't give us that. So it's like, I don't know what the Lakers can actually offer for Dame. I really don't know. That's why I told you the Pelicans have the best shot. We got the stuff. We got the goods. You want Lonzo Ball, Eric Bledsoe, some picks, all the picks? Come on through.
Yeah.
Come on through.
Yeah. I mean, based upon what you're saying, the Pelicans could offer, I think the Mavericks could put it together just as good.
I agree with that. It wouldn't be as pick friendly. It'd be better players probably.
Yeah, well, they could probably give him like Tim Hardaway
and Porzingis.
Yeah.
I mean, Porzingis, Tim Hardaway, and some picks.
Yeah.
Or if you keep Tim Hardaway, Brunson, Porzingis, and some picks.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, Portland shot themselves in the foot, like we said a million times in this podcast, when they traded Gary Trent. So, like, once they did that, they pretty much doomed themselves to failure. And if you're Damian Lillard, if you stay in Portland, you're never going to win a championship.
Never.
Now, they did fire Terry Stotts, and maybe that was the good move. But now, if I'm the Magic, calling that dude up.
Yeah, I'm definitely calling up Terry Stotts.
Seriously.
That's a fact. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm thinking about calling Terry Stotts. Like,
right?
like that's in the back of my mind.
I mean, Terry Stotts is a good coach.
I'm thinking of calling Terry Stotts. I'm thinking of calling Vander Hoolen, David Vander Hool. I'm thinking of calling all of these people because I don't know if Stan's the guy. Granted, I've been pro Stan on this show, but if Terry Stotts want to come to New Orleans, I'll take it. That's a winning coach. Him and Rick Carlisle have taken small market teams and have been playoff contenders for a while now. Rick Carlisle did it with Dirk and is now doing it with Luka, and Terry did it for 10 years with Dame and a little bit with LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, I mean, what ultimately ended up putting the nail in the coffin for Portland, besides the Gary Trent thing, is that CJ McCollum just never panned out to be
second option.
As good as he advertises himself.
That's a fact. Better media personality than Hooper. He is a third option at best. He's not a true second option. And Nurkic isn't a true third option. Nurkic is just a quality starter. Like I think
he's just a quality player. Yeah,
I think that's the issue with Portland. Portland's issue was Dame was their second option. Nurkic was their third option. Nurkic plays good defense, but is kind of a liability on offense. And CJ is decent on offense, all-star level offense, horrible defender. It makes sense why Denver got rid of Nurkic. They were like, we got Jokic. Sorry, Nurkic. Peace out. So
yeah, well, I mean, like Nurkic deserved more time on the floor than being Jokic's backup. I mean, like, you know, we were talking about when Steven Adams came to the Pelicans to see how great Steven Adams was as a center at this point. I feel like Nurkic is better than him.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm on Nurkic over Steven Adams at this point in both of those gentlemen's career. I'm with you on that. So that's Lakers.
But yeah, the Dame thing's going to be interesting. But we'll see what happens with that. You know, Portland, they're out. So
yep. So that's Portland. I think we talked all losers. Pretty sure we talked all losers.
We talked Mavericks. We didn't talk the Celtics. And we didn't talk about the news with the Celtics either.
Brad Stevens went from coach to GM. Bad move. I don't like that.
I think that attributes to what I've been saying on the podcast is that they knew that Brad Stevens was done at being coach. I mean,
that's a good point.
And like they were like, well, you know, he's good in the building. We trust him. Let's just promote him.
What proves that this man could be a GM? That's all I want.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Like, dude was a coach at Butler and then coached the Celtics, made one Eastern Conference Finals, and then laid a bunch of eggs, and is now the head of basketball operations and is picking the successor? Huh? Do I trust? Like, if I'm Jason Kidd, I don't want to go there. I'm being honest. If I'm any coach, I don't want to go there.
Terry Stotts, I mean.
You think Terry's going to go there? I would not go there.
I mean, like, think about your open coaching options right now are Celtics and the Magic. Those are the two open ones right now. True. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Jason Tatum or Markelle or Fultz or whatever? Yeah,
that's true. That is true. But it's just like, I don't like the situation. Oof. Brad Stevens, trash. But you're right. Brad Stevens was out of coaching, been out.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's one of those things where Celtics are they're just a garbage organization. They've been a garbage organization ever since 2009. Yeah,
ever since they lost the big three. That's a fact.
Like, and they were a garbage organization before KG got there. They're just trash. I mean, you know, there's nothing good about them. The fan base is awful. Nobody wants to play there. It's
Schubert landing on Boston right now.
Well, I mean, they're just awful. Their colors are awful. Their logo's awful. They have bad fans.
Laying it on Lucky the Leprechaun getting some smoke.
They're in a decrepit arena. You know,
TD Bank not that bad.
It's not the Garden.
It's not the Garden, but not a lot of places are. But I think the team that could have the biggest offseason could be the Mavericks, and hopefully they do, because they need an Atlanta Hawks-like offseason. There's a couple teams that need an Atlanta Hawks-like offseason.
But all I'm saying about the Celtics is that you mentioned we were talking about Dame. Dame ain't trying to get traded to the Celtics.
Fuck no.
Ain't nobody trying to get traded to the Celtics.
No way. And that's why I think Jason's going to end up leaving. So unless he can convince Bradley to come to the Celtics. I see that as like Jason's done there. But
Bradley Beal ain't going to Celtics. Why would he go to Celtics?
I mean, play with Jason. That's the only thing.
The fan base wouldn't like him.
Maybe.
We're not going to go into those reasons.
They might. I mean, they like Jason and they like Jalen.
Do they? I don't know. I think if Jason Tatum had a 15-point game in the playoffs, they'd be throwing stuff at him too.
Ooh, Shuby coming with the heat to the Celtics. I love it.
It's a bad fan base, and Kyrie. If people listen to Kyrie Irving on this, I mean, he's right. I mean, they're bad people. And Danny Ainge was never gonna. You know, he needed to go. That was his time.
It was definitely his time. All right, let's get to the series. Let's start talking these series. Let's start with Bucks Nets. Great game. KD and Kyrie did it. Joe Harris stepped up. Blake Griffin stepped up. Both of those gentlemen are going to have to step up if James Harden is injured for this whole series.
But the series done.
Who you got? Nets?
Yeah, I mean, if
even with the Harden injury, you're still solidified Nets.
He was out that whole game.
He was, and they whooped their fucking ass. Even though I will say this. The Bucks could have got points in the paint whenever they wanted. I don't know why they started shooting threes. Don't know why. Have no idea. They could have kept going inside, pounding, getting and ones. Don't know why they didn't stay doing that. But maybe it's because people like Kyrie, KD, and Joe Harris kept knocking down threes. And Blake Griffin, Ian, shout out to you, Ian. Blake Griffin holds y'all. He bamboozled y'all. He Houdini y'all. He said, I'm trash to get the fuck up out of there and saved all of his superpowers for the playoffs. Blake Griffin looked amazing. I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, this series done. The Nets are in the finals. I mean, it's done. I mean,
no Giannis respect.
I mean, you're telling me the best player on their team is going to get hurt in the first minute.
He did.
And then they're going to win the game anyway.
They did. They didn't miss a step.
Like, the series is done.
I was watching that game. I'm watching it, and I'm like, yo, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why has everybody been like, they need Harden to win? And I'm just thinking, what's the difference between AD and LeBron last year and KD and Kyrie this year? I like Joe Harris more than I like pick the best role player on LA last year. I like Blake Griffin than pick the second best role player on LA. I think Mike James plays hard. I think Bruce Brown plays hard. And I think Nick Claxton is a solid defender. And you throw in Landry Shamet as their three-pointer. That team's pretty good. Like, if James is there, they don't lose. Like, if James Harden is healthy at any point in time for the rest of his playoffs, it's over with.
If I was them, I wouldn't play him. I would just wait.
You just save him for the finals?
I'd wait until you lose.
Good point. I would too. That's exactly what I'd do. I'd wait till I was lose and then be like, James, you ready? Unlike Embiid, who I'm shocked played today. I turned on that game and I was like, wait, Embiid is playing? What is going on right now?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Ice trade a gang. They almost fumbled the bag at the end. They ended up winning 128-124.
Yeah, Sixers had a killer fourth quarter.
They did. The Sixers scored 41 points to 29 compared to the Atlanta Hawks' 42-27. That's really what did the game, honestly. That was really the difference in the game, those two differential quarters. Look, I mean, Embiid is a liability on defense. He can't move. His meniscus, that's the result of the meniscus tear. He can get you 39 points, but he cannot move on defense because there's no way you're telling me a healthy Embiid did not get that. There was the pass at the end of the game that Herter threw that bounced and Collins got, which led to the clear path foul. But Embiid was just so slow and then dove for it. He couldn't move. I was just like, bro, you are really chancing this meniscus right now.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if he's going to carry. And I think the Sixers are done, but I just don't know if they're done in this series.
That's the thing. Like, I think they can act like Trae Young and Bogdan have to play like they've been playing right now. If not, Embiid can do it on the offensive end. He can do it. And Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and Seth Curry, Thibault, and Danny Green are playing good enough defense to cover up for Embiid's lack of mobility.
To me, the Hawks feel like the Lowry DeRozan Raptors during LeBron's Cavs years.
See,
Like I
was gonna say they feel like Steph Curry and Clay before Steph Curry and Clay went on that run.
Well, I'm just saying, like thinking of in terms of the East, like I don't think they're gonna make the finals.
No, but I can see them making the conference finals.
But I see them making the conference finals.
Same.
And so like I think they can win this series. Getting the first game in Philly is pretty big. Like I think even if they drop the next one, I think they had a chance of winning their 2 at home. So I don't know. I mean, I think that the Hawks are in good position now to win that series, and I think they could take a game in the conference finals.
I do too.
But that's it.
So I got Nets winning in 6. What do you have next? Nets beating the Bucks in? I got it in
4.
6. Ooh, you got it in 4.
It's done, bro.
The disrespect to the Bucks. The Bucks will get a game, bro. It's going 6. All right, I got Hawks winning in 7.
No, I got Hawks in 6.
Ooh, the disrespect to Philly. Shuby.
Well, I mean, like Embiid, I don't know if he's going to make it to game 5.
That's true. That is a good point. I'm assuming Embiid can still do this. So that is a great point. All right, let's jump to the West. Nuggets and Suns. Great series. I just don't know if the Nuggets have enough to beat the Suns. I don't know if Michael Porter Jr. and Jokic can beat Chris Paul, Ayton, and Booker. I just don't see it. And I got Suns in 6.
If Murray was there, I think Nuggets can win.
Oh, if Murray was there, I think Nuggets could go to the finals and win. That's how confident I'd be in the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Nuggets are a weird team where, like, I feel like just because of the Murray injury, it hindered them. But, like, next year, if they come back full strength and they can stay full strength in the playoffs, they might go to the finals. They might win.
They are a good enough team. They have depth, they have stars, and they have youth. Like, they still haven't even unlocked Bol. Like, what happens when they start playing him? Like, there's talent in that Nuggets organization. Where did Campazzo come out of? Why are we drafting these bums on the Pelicans, but I can't get Campazzo, this 32-year-old Argentinian Manu Ginobili that just pops up out of nowhere and is just dominating for the Nuggets? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really entertaining series. I think
it's going to be great.
Might go 6 or 7. Like, the Nuggets, we'll see more after they play the first couple of games. What we're going to get out of the Nuggets. But
we're going to see how real Devin Booker is as a superstar. Like, he has to win this to continue his trajectory.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
there's no reason why he shouldn't win this.
I mean, he like that game 6 with the Lakers. I mean, that was all him.
That was big. Yeah. And Ayton didn't help him. Chris Paul did a little bit, but it was him 100%. He drove the Denzel Washington car from training day to the Lakers arena.
I mean,
that's legendary, Schubert. He drove the training day vehicle, windows down, playing the training day music, and fans caught it. I was just like, yo, this is ill. This is ill. He came to Alonzo, y'all. He came to King Kong, you, LeBron. King Kong ain't got shit on book.
Did you also see that video of that dude who was walking on the street inside Chris Paul?
Wait,
walking on the street.
Oh, he saw Chris Paul walking?
This is Chris Paul. He's like, oh my gosh, dude, this is the guy. Like I told y'all, like it's a pretty funny video. He's just like, and Chris Paul's like, what's up? How old are you, man? He's like 21. He's like, good looking out.
Good for Monty Williams and Chris, though. I'm happy for them. They got past the Lakers, which was their hurdle in New Orleans. So they should be able to make the finals. I'm with you. I think let me not say they should, because there's a team in the next series that I think will make it to the finals, but I would love to see the Suns in it. And that team is not the Jazz. There's a bunch of media that wants the Jazz to win. The Jazz are about to get smoked. If the Clippers play like the Clippers played today and then the last game and the game before, they could beat the Nets. They could beat the Nets. I stand on that. And a Nets without James Harden. Let me preface that.
Well, Kawhi is, I mean, I guess it's not too silent because people are talking about it, but Kawhi is silently the best player in the playoffs right now.
I saw that today. Today solidified that for me. Luka couldn't do shit in the second half. Not a thing. Granted, might have been fatigue, might have been exhaustion. He had 28 points in the first half, but Kawhi did lock in, turned into the Terminator, and said it's over. And I just don't see no one on Utah stopping him. No one. Not Donovan Mitchell, not Joe Ingles.
But he's going to stop Donovan Mitchell.
Him and Paul George. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And who's gonna help old Donovan Mitchell when he gets in trouble with Kawhi and Paul? Is it gonna be Bojan? Is it gonna be Joe Ingles? Mike Conley's bitch ass? I just don't see that happening. I got Clippers and I want to say 5. But they're fucking
I'll go 5
idiots. They're idiots and like to play down to their competition. I want to say 5, but I'm gonna go at 6 just to be safe. But you go at 5 because that's really my true opinion.
Yeah, they'll get a day of rest. So Jazz have been waiting for a while.
Rest versus Russ. I mean, they're hitting on all cylinders. They might just come out and bust the Jazz's ass.
I think the Jazz win the coaching battle.
Ty Lue's a good coach, though. Ty Lue proved that to me this series because they were done. If that was the team last year, they lose. Ty Lue made adjustments. He did and closed out a game 7 where they weren't winning at home.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, the Clippers definitely are a team that should contend and get to the finals. But
they should. I tweeted this today. I was like, "There's no reason why they should not make the finals. There's no team in the West that is as good as them, talent-wise, on paper."
Yeah, on paper, and I mean, there's really no team that matches up very well with them when it comes to like having to guard Kawhi and Paul George.
None.
It's going to come down to Paul George's playoff performance because that's what we've seen in years past. Like
and they almost lost that game today because of him too, making dumb turnovers, missing shots. I tweeted, I was like, "Get the ball out of his hands, give it to Kawhi." Shit, I'd rather Reggie Jackson have it at the end than Paul George. Paul George, get your points in the first and second quarter. Come third and fourth, don't touch the fucking ball.
Yeah, I want to look at who else is on it. Yeah, Reggie Jackson hit some good shots today. He's been playing pretty well.
Reggie Jackson balled today. He did.
Morris was balling too.
Yep.
Kennard is a good player off the bench. Like
I was impressed by Kennard. He showed up in the second half when they needed him. And Terrence Mann, solid. Like they and Nicholas Batum, they have a very solid team going with Kawhi, Morris, Batum, George, Jackson, Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard. And Rondo and Zubac play, just to give people breaks. But the real lineup is they really play 6 deep or 7 deep, with Kennard being the last person on their rotation, him and Terrence Mann.
Yeah.
So I think they can beat the Jazz. The only difference is the Jazz can go a little deeper into their bench. Like the Jazz go with Royce O'Neal, Bojan, Rudy Gobert, Donovan, Mike Conley, Joe Ingles, Jordan Clarkson, George Niang, and Derek Favors. So they're 9 deep. So it's going to be depth versus talent in this series. But I still got Clips in 6.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure, they got the depth, but I mean, that's fine. But those guys aren't going to be able to compete against Kawhi. I mean,
nope, not at all.
And Kawhi's in peak. He's
peak Kawhi mode right now.
I mean, because he's at a good age. He's not going to get worn down. I think he's not going to get hurt.
I'm not scared of injuries with him. Like when I see KD play, I'm scared. Like I'm gonna just be honest. When I see KD move, jump, I'm scared. I'm not scared with Kawhi this year. When I see Kawhi play, I'm like, oh, this is a bad man on the playoff. KD, I see a guy who is probably the second best player in the league, but his athleticism is not there. Because there were plays in that game against the Bucks where he couldn't elevate dunk, he couldn't block shots. But what kept him in it was the fact that he's KD and doesn't miss jump shots.
Yeah.
And he's long enough defensively to where he might not be able to block his shot, but he'll contest it.
Yeah.
So, but I think Kawhi is the best player in the league right now, at least after today.
Yeah, in this playoffs, he's the best player. That's for sure.
Gotta be. And if he loses, that's going to be embarrassing on him.
It's him, then all the Nets.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then Donovan Mitchell.
All right, well, we gave our predictions. We don't need to pick the games. Probably going to do a midweek pod some point. But tomorrow, Bucks and Nets play. I see the Nets winning tomorrow. I don't see the Bucks winning until they get to home. Nuggets and Suns.
No.
Who you got winning game 1?
Winning game 1, I got the Suns at home.
Yeah, I got the Suns at home too. Same. Clippers and Jazz don't play till Tuesday. Who do you think wins game 1 of Clippers and Jazz? I got Clips.
I think the Jazz are going to win game 1 just based on rest.
Ooh, okay. Hawks game 2.
Hawks
that's
game
Tuesday
2, I think that'll be the 76ers.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the Sixers game as well because I think the refs aren't going to call in favor of Trae Young in that one and is going to call more in favor of Ben Simmons' physical defense. So those are just the two. Probably do a mid-pod, probably like Wednesday, Thursday, me and Justin. If Justin's back, do one. If not, I'll do like a little solo, catch you up on the playoffs. Or should I, Shuby? We'll see. We'll figure something out. But Schubert, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at aschubert14. Bros Who Binge will be out hopefully at the normal time.
Yeah, it'll be out
this week.
Yeah.
Because we got a big episode. We're going to talk about Mayor of Easttown, which was probably the best show so far this year.
That is. It is. It's better than Your Honor. I'm so sad we slept. Like we were up on Your Honor, which was great. Mayor of Easttown blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, and I feel like doing a week to week of Mayor of Easttown would have been really interesting because like the theories I had each episode ended up never panning out.
Completely different. But I think I got one. I know I told you about it today because I haven't finished yet. I'm going to finish before Wednesday. But gosh, I hope my theory is true. They keep zigging and zagging. I'm loving it. So
there's way more zigs and zags to go.
Is that all we're doing this week? Is there anything else I need to watch?
No, I mean, I think that's about it. We'll talk about a few other things that we may have checked out. But yeah, I mean, I think that's really it. But we will be starting the first episode of Loki.
Oh, yeah, true. Loki review starting. And we're going to be on time, too. We're going to be one of the first peeps because it falls in favor of us this time instead of against us. Lit.
Loki and Mayor of Easttown. That's what you got.
Nice. Bros Who Binge back on Kicking on Grease. And if you haven't checked out the last one because we dropped it late, great conversation. Who would you invite to a dinner party? Which TV characters?
TV couples.
What TV couples would you invite to you and your significant other's dinner party? Check that episode out. It's out now. Be sure to check out the One Piece manga reviews. That's out now too. But other than that, subscribe to the YouTube, man. That's pretty much I got. You told them where to follow yet?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Make sure you follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. New Never Less Than Ill dropping, I think on, because Justin can't record on and drop for Tuesday, so I think it's gonna drop on Wednesday. I think that's when it's gonna drop on Wednesday, and then Run It Back's not this week; it's next week. Okay, so yeah, don't worry about that. All right, yeah. So that's pretty much it. But for Doom, for Schubert, my name is Lyndon. We'll talk to you next Monday as always. Until then, peace.